How's it going, everyone? I'm here to talk about what you should look for in a pre-workout supplement. First things first, never, ever, ever buy a pre-workout supplement for arginine or nitric oxide. Because I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to basically go against everything that most supplement companies will say. Nitric oxide does not work. It doesn't. Okay? It works on paper. It doesn't work in the body. Because in the body, there are many, many other factors that get factored into what happens. So on paper, what happens is your body converts arginine into nitric oxide, and the nitric oxide hemodilates your blood vessels, lowering your blood pressure. That's where the problem occurs right there. Your body wants to maintain homeostasis. Homeostasis is when your body keeps a constant rate on everything that happens in it. So for example, if you have a 97.8 temperature normally, like you were born with 97.8 temperature, you've always had a 97.8 temperature, that's your body temperature. Your body's always going to want to maintain a 97.8 temperature, or somewhere in a pretty close range to that. If your temperature gets high, your body's going to try to lower it. So your body always tries to maintain a certain type of blood pressure. When you go lower than that or higher than that, it's going to release enzymes that are going to lower your blood pressure or higher your blood pressure, depending on if you have a lower or higher blood pressure. Also, just supplement companies, there's a lot of things they'll say. You just can't really believe everything. You have to read studies. That's the key. To find the successful products, you have to read the studies and look at the ingredients in the product. So, what you want to look for in a pre-workout supplement are three key things: stimulants, creatine, and beta-alanine. Okay, so first things first, stimulants. Okay, a stimulant would be, an example would be caffeine. Caffeine is the most commonly used stimulant in the whole world right now. It's been used for years now. It's been studied. It's been shown to have positive effects on enhancing mood and stimulating the central nervous system. And then there's also other stimulants like 1,3-dimethylamine that I have my own opinion on, but I'll go over that in another video. And then there will also be like things like that, like if a company says natural caffeine, it means, or if it says green tea extract or cocoa bean extract, that's it. The green tea and the cocoa bean is what what coffee is. It's a cocoa bean. It has caffeine in it naturally, so it's more bioavailable for the body. And if caffeine is in the form of natural caffeine, not artificial caffeine known as methylxanthine. Also, other stimulant-like things are glucorolactone, or however you say that ingredient, and L-tyrosine or acetyl L-carnitine. Those are all neurostimulators. Taurine as well is another neurostimulator. What tyrosine does is actually, personally, I think all pre-workout supplements should have tyrosine in it because it prevents you from crashing, basically. It gives you a sense of well-being, and a lot of people will be like, oh, well, that's going to put me to sleep. No, it's in there to prevent you from crashing. It's that simple. And also, it's not a stimulant. It gives off a stimulating effect, so you won't have the caffeine addiction or that you'll get from caffeine. Like, you'll have to keep taking a higher dose of caffeine to get the same feeling you did like 3 weeks ago taking it. You won't get that with tyrosine or glucorolactone, or acetyl-L-carnitine, or whatever other neurostimulators you have there. Secondly, okay, so creatine. You want to make sure that your pre-workout has at least a little bit of creatine, because even though it's not going to be a huge dosage, with the exception to Dymatize Expand, or Energized Expand, or whatever, their pre-workout powder has 5 grams of creatine in it. That's great and all. I personally am not taking my pre-workout to get my 5 grams of creatine, though. That's just my opinion. But so it's going to typically be around anywhere from a 500 milligram to a 3-gram dose. 3 would be on the very high side. 500 would be on the very low side. No, so you'll typically find 1 to 2 grams. And while that's not a lot of creatine, I definitely feel like it makes a difference between the different products that have creatine versus those that don't have creatine. I can feel like I can feel a little bit of difference from it. That might just be a placebo effect, but that's my opinion. Thirdly, beta-alanine. So beta-alanine, what it does is it buffers lactic acid. Lots of people don't really like the feeling it gives you because you are going to get a tingling feeling on your skin. I personally like it because that makes me feel like, okay, well, my pre-workout is working. Great, okay. But that's actually a very, very important ingredient. There are lots of positive studies that have been done on it, and they have shown to be very, very successful in assisting you to perform at your peak capacity. Now, beta-alanine itself will not build muscle, but it's going to help you become a muscle-building environment. And I'll go into beta-alanine on a separate video, but you want beta-alanine, and anywhere from a gram to a 3-gram dosage. 3 grams at once is going to be very high. You're going to be itching like crazy. You're not really going to get a great workout. So probably like 1.5 grams to 2 grams would be a good dosage of beta-alanine for to take at once. That's my opinion on pre-workouts. Hopefully that helped. Anything I didn't really answer, please let me know so that I can readdress that in a separate video. And hopefully this helped anyone that has any questions about pre-workouts. Thanks.